All right. It has been a while since I've done one of these Stoic calm shows uh, out there, so I'm just kind of reassessing myself, and I didn't necessarily prepare beforehand. I have a few ideas and things in my head and in my brain on how this culture war works and the different dynamics that it entails. The 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 first barrier to the culture war are people who say that it does not exist, and those who say that it doesn't exist or it's stupid or whatever. They're either naive or they control the culture and they do not want any resistance or pushback. They don't, they want to maintain control, and it's a kind of a covert way of maintaining control. And I'm going to kind of, on this show, I'm going to kind of go over some of the tactics that they use to undermine you and perhaps even make you look foolish. And anytime you get involved within the in this culture war, the technique of some of these woke leftists are to strive to make you foolish and undermine your rights as a human being. And I think that the tactic of boycotting and the tactic of also we have I think to fight this we have to use some of the same tactics that they use, boycotting and canceling. You can call it blacklisting, canceling, or whatever. You have to do to them what they do to you uh, to be effective in this culture war. But I also believe that you should come to the table and meet with people that you are boycotting. Because if it's an all or nothing, then you're doing the same thing, and we need businesses. And again, we have to broaden our scope, and there are certain things that can be done that would be more successful. All wars are economic, including culture wars. And again, they don't want to debate you. And if they do discuss or talk to you, they're not doing it in good faith. They're there primarily to belittle you and and be really nasty and foul to you. And there are a few instances that come to mind. And I'm not even talking about Target or Budweiser. I wish we would have done this with Black Lives Matter. And to me, Black Lives Matter promotes white guilt and black racial vendetta. And it's a lot of this cancel culture stuff is done with the white working class and the black dependency class, particularly with the bike Karen. The bike Karen is an example of a white working class female and a group of dependency class, or at least the black who is the main person involved is part of the dependency class. That's not all, but that's that in this case. And yeah, so that is a big portion of it. People used to work, and they used to have respect for those who worked harder. And that's not necessarily the case anymore. And this is perhaps a byproduct of both the dependency class and the very wealthy elites have come together to punish the working class and punish those who resist the woke ideology. And again, these people do not wish to debate you, they want obedience. So, with that, I think the best way to fight is number one, through the legal court systems and through economic means such as boycotting and resisting. I have the belief eat dirt before you give in to those who disrespect you and treat you with contempt. Go to another store, go to another place, And I want to say thank you, Elon, for giving us somewhat of a platform to fight this toxic ideology. And again, there are a few other things that I will go over, how toxic some of these individuals are, how much, how they, with January 6th, they called the shaman, the QAnon shaman, they said he rode the short bus. That would never be done to a leftist, to a person on the left. But for him, he rides the short bus. So people with disabilities now are considered part of the QAnon, or what they call the insurrectionist. You have to be riding the short bus, like that is a legitimate, put down. He rode the short bus. And I thought, hey, these people are very cruel. And I'll go back to the bike Karen. They put her information out there and got her suspended for a while. And again, what I think the protesters are primarily the dependency class and the wealthy elite class. The dependency class are college kids who don't work, who have money given to them, and the dependency class who don't work as well. And they have a lot of time on their hands. They have a lot of time to protest. I think the best thing that we can do is, like if companies are going to give in to these groups, these toxic groups, then the best thing that we can do is to boycott and not spend our hard-earned dollar on people who habitually disrespect normal, common sense behavior. Anyway, this has been Brian with Transparency and Merit. Like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, even if you disagree with me. If it is in a respectful manner, I hope you can do that. Anyway, those of you who do listen to this later on broadcast, again, I thank you for listening. I'm on both. I have a few Twitter pages. One is Walk Against the Woke, and I'll go into that further. Thank you for listening.